Hey everybody, what's up, man? This is Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies, we would hold the truth hostage. Now, I just want to say something before I start this video, man. You know, I know a lot of guys, man, a lot of some of them I gotten to know well, man. Some people hit me up. You gotta understand, man, this knowledge you have, this truth you have, you know what I mean, you're gathering and you're getting close to, you gotta hold on to it, man. You gotta understand that you're basically, you gotta look at the truth like this, man. You're on the edge of a cliff, you know, you're on the edge of a cliff. And what you're holding on to is the truth, man. That's what you're holding on to. You're holding on to the truth. And if you let go of the truth, you're gonna fall down, man. And when you fall, all that's awaiting you is nothing but lies, deception, you know, potential. You know what I'm saying? Potential instead of guarantees. That's what lies are, man. Lies are when people sell you something and they can't give you a guarantee. They can't give you a answer. They gotta circle around. They gotta do ifs and buts. And we all know, man. We all know, as men living in 2021 that have made it past the 2010s, with everything going on legally, man, we all know one thing, man. We all know one thing, you know, above all, we all know one thing, man. You only have one strike. You know, you only got one strike as a man. The only thing you're guaranteed is that, if you fall off that cliff, if you let go of that knowledge and that truth, you know what I'm saying, and you fall, you done, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not, think about it. Think about all this, man. You're not guaranteed. You can't even have a child and say, I guarantee you're gonna have a family. You know, you can't guarantee your your quote unquote girlfriend's gonna be around you. You know what I'm saying? Your wife's gonna be around you. You can't even guarantee your family's gonna be around you. The only, you know, just because you go off of, you know, the ideology they follow, you know, just think about that, man. You know, I know a couple guys that have been through it. You know, I've been through this myself where, you know, just for an ideology, someone will abandon you, man. Your own family will abandon you just because you no longer align to their beliefs. Even though your character, you haven't stolen, you haven't taken anything, you haven't bullied anyone, you haven't done anything wrong. But all you've done wrong is you did not align to their ideology, man. Just take a second and think about that, man. And that might be religion. That might be because you're currently not married. You're currently a single man in the States. You know, but you haven't done anything wrong. You know, just think about that. You haven't done anything wrong except you did not go along and move along towards the trap that are the lies, man, the lies of society that are always around you, man, always around you, man. The lies, you know, the hardest aspect of holding on to the truth is that the lies are always there to hold on to you. And the lies always say, man, all the lies in the agenda always tell you, just blindly follow, just go on cruise control in life. You know, just follow the lies, and whatever happens, you can always just blame the lies. You know what I'm saying? You can always say, hey man, I followed everything. It just didn't work out, and it's a lot easier to live by the lies, because the lies versus the truth is the truth. The truth requires that your eyes are open, man. Your eyes are open. You have critical thinking. You're aware of your surroundings. You're willing to walk away from those that follow the lies. And then, but the lies, man, it's because, it's not just the manosphere, it's just life in general. As a man, you gotta understand, man, the lies are it's just so easy. It's just so easy to follow, because the thing about lies, man, lies do not evolve, man. You know what I'm saying? Lies continue to remain the same. Just look at this society in general, how they're still selling you an image of a family that stopped existing after the 60s, man. They're still selling you this false narrative. Then the very same government you're voting for is responsible for destroying this stability of a family and your potential ability to have a family, yet they're still advertising, we're family people, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna help the family and all that stuff, You know what I mean? You have to understand, man, and I'm gonna tell you guys this, man. This might be one of the most honest metaphors I gotta drop, man. One of the most honest metaphors I gotta drop. You gotta understand, man, we're climbing a mountain, man. We're climbing a mountain, man. That's what the truth is. And the thing about the truth is, this mountain, it's just an infinite mountain. And you're wondering why is this mountain infinite? Wouldn't we just stop climbing at a certain point? No, dude, because you have to keep learning and grasping towards and moving towards the truth. Because the thing about lies, man, if you even look outside, they just keep stacking up new lies, man. They keep stacking them, and the lies continue to stack higher than you can understand. So you have to keep climbing up that mountain of truth so you can get a good vantage point and be able to see the lies in real time, man. So, that's one thing a lot of guys don't understand is that, dude, once you grasp the truth, it don't end there. That old saying where they kept saying, man, you got to keep learning. You got to keep learning in life, and you'll never stop learning. And that when you stop learning is when it all ends. And that's how you gotta look at it, man. That's what the truth is about. The truth is really this, man. The truth is knowing that you're gonna keep pursuing this, and guess what? You'll die before you even learn everything. That's the truth. The lies are that, oh man, the way lies are sold is that it ends, man. You're gonna have this happy ending and everything will be okay. Don't worry about the world. Don't worry about anything. That is a lie. A lie has an ending. You know what I'm saying? When they sell you a lie has an ending. When somebody tells you the truth never ends, man. It just continues, because the truth, you gotta keep adapting. You gotta keep adapting while lies are just, it's a means to an end. When you follow lies, think about this, man. And I try to tell a lot of guys, man, stop using that feel speak. Stop saying you feel something when it's not about feelings. When people ask you about something you think, you should be asking about something you think about. Don't answer it with feelings. Don't answer with I feel. Don't even ask someone how I feel. I mean, it's not about how we're not asking you, if a stove is hot when you touch it. That's a question about feelings. We're not asking you how did you feel when you lost your dog, or when you lost your your family or you lost somebody. Those are questions of feelings. You know what I'm saying? The problem with a lot of us these days, man, the modern man, is that the modern man has been overdosed on the feel agenda, and a lot of men are talking from a feeling perspective. And we all knew years ago that when you bring up feelings, it devalues what you're talking about. Like, for example, you took a flight, man. You took a flight to another country, and instead of you saying, man, I had a great time, it was amazing, it definitely is better, Instead you're saying, I feel it was better. I feel. When you say you feel, it's so easy to make that something that ain't validated by saying, yo, I don't feel the same. So you just basically make it easy. So we got to remove this. I be in the streams, and I be talking to a lot of people here and there, a lot of guys, a lot of the homies I'm talking to. And, we bring up feelings for things we should be asking about. How do you, what do you think? Instead of, again, how do you feel? How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys are talking. They don't understand that they're effeminized. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how logical or critical you are, but when you are answering things with feelings, you remove the legitimacy of what you're saying. Because if someone doesn't feel the same way you feel based on what you're talking about, then it doesn't count. And a lot of us are talking about feelings, man, asking about feelings, and a lot of us are using like. A lot of guys in the modern day are speaking like women, man. You know what I mean? We're all speaking like those girls from Clueless, that movie in the 90s. I like and I feel, I like and I feel. That could be a great shirt for the modern man. I like and I feel. But I had to say this, man, before I talk about what the video is about. But this video is about something I've learned, and I call it the pocket matrix. You know what I'm saying? The pocket matrix. The reason I call it the pocket matrix is that I realized this when I was looking at from the black neighborhood perspective. And the reason I call it the pocket matrix is that they keep you in a pocket matrix. They keep you in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're funding them money or you're funding them your time, you're invested in that pocket. And I realized this when I used to think about the black community, how a lot of these so-called pro-blacks and so on are actually grifting because they're keeping the population in a pocket matrix. And the pocket, you know how the matrix is, man. It's created, it's an illusion, it's this and that. And what I mean by this, before I get to the manosphere, is that in the black community, there's a major issue. And that issue is that the black community has this invisible white man in their mind. And this invisible white man is to blame for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's to blame for everything, holding you back. You'll see it a lot all over YouTube. You just type white supremacy and you'll see it, where they just blame the white man on everything. The white man's the reason we can't release movies, man. We don't have our own theaters. When when the internet is literally, you can upload and start a website. There's the blame for this invisible white man. I'm not saying there's not a white man in play, but there's this invisible white man to blame for everything. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is, and you see it through the black community with those that make it out, that are successful with how they basically punish their own. So what happens is, these blacks believe that, this white man, this almighty, all-powerful white man on like the Wizard of Oz, he runs everything, your whole life. So because they believe this, when they get power and they believe that this white man is their master, he's running everything. So what they want is they want to be the master. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a slave that doesn't want to be free, that just wants to know how it's like to be, oh my bad, I used the like word, how it is, for example, how it would be to be the master. So you'll see this where a lot of black people make it out. They make money, and what they do is they screw and they steal and they rob from their own, so they can get this high, so they can get this emotional and mental high of being the master, playing the role of master. That's why you'll see, I'll use Diddy as an example. P. Diddy is an example. I'll use him as an example where they say, yo, Diddy will sign an artist and just sign him to just a treacherous contract that just robs him, takes money away from him. I'm just using that as an example, allegedly, whatever. And what happens is Diddy will screw these people, his own black people, when he signs them, to get this high, that, look, I'm the almighty white man now. Now I know how it feels. Because if you have it in your mind that there's this almighty powerful white man that's punishing all black people, for you to feel this power, you have to get into a position where you can punish and own your own black people, just like that white man that's invisible and hovering in your mind. So now this is what a lot of pro-blacks do, where they don't provide any solutions. They just put you in a pocket dimension where they're selling you the lies and illusions they claim that society's selling, so they can control you and be in a position of master and place you in a position of slave. Then they use their money to live closer to that white man and that quote unquote evil illusion of the white man they have in their mind, So they use you, they put you in their pocket, their pocket matrix, to fund them to live better in the current matrix they're all in. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're using. Now where does this pocket dimension theory fit in with the manosphere? Fit in with the manosphere. And I had the honor of talking about it, getting a little feedback on it on, MGTOW Dictionary stream this week, last week. You know what I'm saying? You get to drop a few new theories, then you go on your own and expand on it. Now, so what do I mean by pocket matrix? What happens is, you'll see this being done mostly by the red pill guys and the purple pill guys, the red pill dating coaches and the purple pill dating coaches. And a lot of people wonder, what is the difference between a red pill dating coach and a purple pill dating coach? Well, the red pill dating coaches want you to basically pump and dump and basically determine your worth based on how many women you slept with and, basically how many women you could have at any given time. And, that's what the red pill coaches usually preach and try to sell. While the purple pill coaches usually try to sell the long-term relationship, short-term relationship, basically, something that has a term in it, And, we all know with the current society that the long-term relationship is basically done, because the thing is this, that people got into long-term relationships for marriage, fiancés, or or to have somebody to have their child. But with men knowing the law as what it is, with men knowing what the law is, there basically isn't a future in a long-term relationship domestic wise. So the purple pill coaches will train you to get into a long-term relationship, but it's a long-term relationship that leads to a dead end at the end of the day. And the red pill coaches will basically teach you will basically teach you how to pump and dump. And even that has its own risks, with potential alcohol claims of, rape, you know, fall, abuse claims and so on. So what happens is these guys, the red pill dating coaches and the purple pill dating coaches, as much as they talk about they're not in the matrix. Well, the red pill guys talk like they're not in the matrix, but the red pill guys are really part-time in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? They like to hop in and out. It's kind of like you have a grass on a lawn that says do not step in the grass. Well, actually, no, it's a bad metaphor, but basically the red pill coaches like you to dip in and out of the matrix. That's basically what the pump and dump is. We know the results of the long-term relationship and the fallacies of that, but the red pill dating coaches like you to jump in, pump and dump, basically jump in and out of the matrix. While the purple pill guys want you to jump in the matrix, but be aware of what's happening. Now, what happens is that these two sides are aware of the side effects of the matrix and the risk that comes with a man having potential romantic advancements or sexual activity and whatnot. So what they're doing is they're selling you with their dating courses, they're selling you a pocket matrix. They're basically getting you to buy into their matrix where they risk your life and put you in an abusive situation so they can use those funds to, within the current matrix they reside in, actually further their advancements. So you'll see the red pill dating coaches use your money, you invest in them so they can spend more money pumping and dumping and so on. Then you'll see the purple pill guys use your money to, spend on long-term relationships or marriage, whatever they're in, and that's the pocket matrix, because they don't believe that they can walk away from this society or step away from this matrix and whatnot. So what they're doing is they're using you to make it easier for them to exist in the matrix. So they place you into a pocket matrix, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by a pocket matrix is an illusion made of their own laws, their own rules that you must follow. But at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed besides risk. Besides risk, nothing else is guaranteed. One of the funniest things about the dating coaches is that they'll sell you their course, they'll advertise it, but they will never mention that it's guaranteed. The success rate is guaranteed. They'll just say, hey, buy my course, it'll get you these results and that result, but it ain't guaranteed. So what they do is they use you, man. They use you to basically fund their escapades within society, within the matrix itself. So they're using you to help fund and continue their activity. So they place you in a pocket matrix and they sell you these courses that basically all imply you placing yourself in a state of risk. There's a lot of guys that the guys that I'll eventually explain this later on, but there's some guys in the community, shout out to Caduceus and QB, that are living the Wincel life. The Wincel life is about, once you've taken the black pill, there's multiple ways to switch to it, but the Wincel is basically you become a man of guarantees. There are no complaints. It's about guarantees. It's about going where you can guarantee you'll get a return in your investment and what you want. That's the Wincel way of living versus the incel way of living. But basically What they do is they put you in a pocket matrix. And that's what a lot of these red pill and purple pill dating coaches are doing. They put you in a pocket matrix based on their bylaws, and they have you in their pocket. So they're getting resources from you and so on, because they don't actually have a problem or actually think there's any way to avoid the current issues in the society. They just want to make it and succeed playing by the rules, even the rules of the game, even though the game is rigged and the game at the end has no happy ending or, guaranteed level of success. You know what I'm saying? There's not a man in today's society that can look his child in the eye and say, hey, you're gonna have your parents with you forever. You know what I'm saying? Unless one of us dies or, whatever, you're gonna have both of us in your life as it should be. And it ain't gonna be no 50-50, no all that BS, you know what I'm saying, that people are trying to legitimize. Well, co-parenting. Co-parenting is a comedy act. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to justify that you co-parent with a child. Like you're dividing a child between their mom and dad. It's an absolute failure. And then you're training that child to see that this is right. This is right, that they should co-parent and basically, trade places every few days for when they have access to their future children. It's a goddamn comedy, man. It's a comedy of failure and clowning. You know what I mean? I know some guys doing it. Some guys got a co-parenting thing. You know what I mean? You do have it, but that don't mean it's right. That don't mean it's the right or the truth, the honest way of raising a child. That they gotta see themselves being divided between their parents, passed around like a damn game of tennis. Boom, I'm with dad for 2 days. Boom, I'm with mom for 3 days. Boom, I'm with dad for 4 days. Boom, I'm with mom for 3 days. Come on, man. It's BS. Just admit it, it's BS. But basically, what all these dating coaches are doing, from the purple pill to the red pill, is that they've got guys in their pocket matrix, where you're playing by their rules to help fund them being more successful in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? For example, you'll see these dating coaches tell you, hey man, you shouldn't spend a lot of money on dates and so on, and I'm gonna show you how to do it, buy my course. And then they're using the money you gave them to spend a lot of money on dates and a lot of money on food and so on. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll see these purple dating coaches will tell you, hey man, you run the relationship, you gotta establish patriarchy and all that stuff. And then they're using the money they make from you, from their pocket matrix, to basically be in a matriarchal relationship where they bow down and they're on their knees. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do. And then what they're doing is you'll see them have a very triangulated, situation where they come together. Multiple dating coaches come together to basically establish a slave trade, or a simp trade, to basically establish a simp trade where they're basically bragging about the guys that are in their pocket matrix, and they create a whole networking community around it. You know what I'm saying? They'll have blogs together. They'll have streams together where their whole goal is to validate one another, to validate that their methods are working. Men have been more successful than ever before, you know what I'm saying, with their plans, because they know if they just keep you in their pocket matrix and don't actually come together with others, that have many other men in their pocket matrix, it doesn't validate it as much. It doesn't align and spread and become a way of truth, false truth, false facts, false facts. But that's what they're doing. So they come together and display their trophies, which their trophies are men that buy into their buy into their pocket matrix. They'll brag about the amount of people they have, the amount of numbers and so on, but they'll never mention a guarantee. And they'll really hate the guys that bring up guarantees. Guys that tell you to travel overseas and get what you want, But the other thing is this, man. What you gotta do is there'll also be what I call, if it isn't a pocket matrix, because a pocket matrix, just how the game is rigged in society, a pocket matrix is rigged. It has their set of rules that you gotta live by, you gotta follow. And in the long term, you ain't gonna win. You're gonna be out of money, and you're gonna basically lead yourself towards your self-destruction. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a pocket matrix. It's a reflection of the national level matrix, but it's a pocket matrix by their rules that's rigged against you, and you gotta play by their rules. So another thing you gotta do is you'll have certain things like pocket communities, with the whole black pill community and so on. You'll have pocket communities. That's what you gotta look into. One way or another, you're gonna be in someone's pocket, or a community pocket. They're gonna be in one of them, But now, how do, I know some guys gonna be asking, what about the gray pillars, man? How do the gray pillars sell, place you in their pocket matrix? Well, the gray pillars, unlike the purple pill or red pill guys, what the gray pill guys do is they'll put you in a pocket matrix where they basically are telling you that your validation will come from how a woman values you, whether she determines your worth. She becomes the judge, jury, and executioner. And what they do, the gray pill guys, they'll basically sell your loyalty to depression. So they're gonna basically try to profit off of you as they maintain a state of depression in you, where you feel that your life has no meaning. And what they'll do is they'll push you, unlike the purple pill guys that push you towards relationships and so on. The gray pill guys will push you towards getting plastic surgery for your face. Getting enhancements that do not aid you when you're already healthy. All this to fit an image of a man they deem perfect. Now, just like the purple pill and red pill dating coaches, the gray pill guys will basically seek out and assign the perfect face of a man, but they cannot guarantee that if that man has the perfect face, that he'll get all women, that no woman will ever turn this man down. Because the gray pillars, they basically sell depression. They sell a dependency on depression. And what they'll do is that they'll never fully provide you a healthy solution, because they have to have you in a loop for you to return in their pocket matrix, where you're constantly depressed and you feel that they're the only ones that understand what you're going through. That, they're strong enough to remain in that state of depression, and that you must fund them and give them resources, because, man, they are similar. They relate to you. So, the gray pillars sell, unlike the purple pill guys that sell, that you gotta get married, and, that your greatest accomplishment will be, how you surround the woman around you. and how the red pillars basically determine that. The red pill dating coaches will say that your greatest accomplishment is how many women you'll be betting on a regular night to obtain validation on your manhood. But the gray pill guys sell a dependency on depression. You know what I'm saying? They sell that dependency on depression, and that women in your life should be judge, jury, and executioner, that your very life and the worth of your life is based on that. And what they do is, you know, they'll have means for you to pay them, give them money, you know, be it super chats, be it donations, and so on, so they can keep you in that loop. They're basically having you pay to remain in a state of depression. You know what I'm saying? The gray pill guys provide no solutions, just a continuous loop of reasons to remain depressed as a man. And what they want to do is, before you take your own, before you go get a rope necklace or a wrist knife, or the combo rope necklace and a wrist knife, they want to make as much money from you as possible. So that's what the gray pillars will do. But all of these guys are basically, from the red pill dating coaches to the purple pill dating coaches and the gray pill guys, you know what I'm saying? They're not dating coaches. The gray pillars are just, I guess you could call them the gray pill salesman, whatever. Gray pill salesman, whatever. They're all selling you a lifestyle and telling you to be loyal to their pocket matrix and dependent on it so they can fund themselves. So you'll see a gray pill guy use the money you give him to get plastic surgery, or to basically try to spend more time with a woman that he thinks can validate his existence. You know,